Welcome back to the Crew Project, everybody. Got another exciting episode for you guys today.
Let's get into it.
3, 2, 1, and we're live.
What's happening, boys?
What's up?
Just another day in paradise. You hear me?
I know everything. I feel like all the spicy stuff
Yeah.
happens over the weekend.
Who hurt you?
Who hurt you?
I don't know, bro. What hurt me was when for people who don't know, we actually have real jobs too. So this isn't what we do full time. Over the weekend, dude, I had to deal with some crazy old man.
Oh yeah.
I told you guys about that earlier,
Yeah.
right? What is wrong with people?
How old would you say?
I don't know, man. He looked
Balding or
He
like
looked distraught.
gray?
Bro, he looked distraught. He looked like he
Dementia?
came out of a hair dryer, like one of those, like his hair went through a whole ass tornado or some shit.
Was there a lot there?
I mean, somewhat, kind of.
So if you took like a lollipop, you licked a few times, dropped it on the floor, and picked it up, kind of looking thing.
Yep,
Damn. Yeah.
That was a good description.
that was it, buddy.
Yeah.
And yeah, like he had some crazy eyes on him and everything. This man was driving reckless as hell, cutting me off. He almost hit me and another car in the other lane because he like cut in between us
Yeah.
to get in front of us. And I caught him at the red light and I'm looking over and he gets out of his car and he comes start knocking on my door, knocking on my window, starts cursing at me. Got a problem with me, man? Got a problem with me? What's up? And I'm looking over, and I thought it was gonna be like a younger guy or something, bro. Old dude, straight like white hair. He looks like he's in his like 70s or something, like
wow.
Bernie Sanders looking. And man was just like off. He was off the rails, bro. He was like screaming and he was like knocking on my window and like, what is wrong with people? You piece of shit! You made me miss the green light. What the hell's the matter with you? And I was like, what the hell's the matter with me?
He was late to his appointment.
Yeah.
That's crazy. In this day and age, dude, that's ballsy. In this day and age, not that, where we're at is like in any form of like a horrible place, but
No,
it's
where-
not unheard of. And like people dude, in this day and age, you'd never catch me knocking on somebody's window in traffic.
In traffic. He caught
In
me at the
traffic?
at the red light.
Yo, he's like he wasn't on a t-shirt for some places. Holy smokes. That'd have been the time. They'd have been singing in choir. Grandpappy ain't never been nothing to nobody. He was a great guy.
Maybe
Calm as
his,
you could be. You just see on the CCTV him beating on the window.
Maybe his boyfriend broke up with him or something.
Jeez Louise. He had something going on with him. That's crazy though.
It is.
Like, even like regular altercations, people just have like all kinds of things in their car. Tire iron, bats. I don't think you're supposed to, but
Thing is,
he walking in for trouble.
after he was yelling at me and saying all that, when I yelled at him back, like, like, dude, you're the piece of shit. You almost hit two cars, me and another one. Like, you're being a f***ing belligerent ass driver on the road. Like, chill the hell out.
Right.
And this man just like clenches his fist and like makes this like angry face at me. And he's like,
kids.
he's like, and then he like walks back to his car. I was like, what you doing there, buddy? Like, you better chill out. You better chill out.
Right. That's when
That's when I thought like he was about to get
swinger gets swung.
Yeah, exactly. So, but luckily he went back and he sat in his car and green light and we were on our way.
That's crazy thing.
But
That's
bro,
a crazy
I'm
thing.
telling you, crazy drivers, road ragers, they
Yeah.
need to chill out because, dude, what are you doing? What is our society turning into?
Tensions get just so high, dude. We get
Yeah.
points in like society, and we're hitting a high point, and everyone's just losing it. And holidays are coming around the corner, and that just only makes things worse because you know how people don't like to act
His wife spent too much from his credit card. Holiday shopping.
She's already put up the Christmas tree. He's got to go home and put the lights on the roof. So, I got to go. Goddamn roof already. Karen, it's only Tuesday. I got to get on the roof. It's not even halfway through Thanksgiving. What are the neighbors going to think?
You know who you sound like? Remember the cockroach alien from Men in Black?
The little short ones? And they got like the bent back?
No, the big ass cockroach alien that like
and
took over the farmer's
yeah,
body.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
I forget what he says. He says something.
No, but like the way you were talking, like that's how he.
yeah, he says something. I forget what
He's
he's
all deformed and shit. Like,
Yeah.
He,
Would you like a glass of
water?
And he gives him something. Now I'm remembering. He gives him something and
He
it, like,
asked his wife for water with some sugar.
Yeah.
And he
yeah.
goes, more.
That's it.
More.
And he just starts eating it. And she's like, "What's happened to you? Jerome, you weren't always like this." Diabetes.
Oh man, diabetes.
You can tell with your eyes. What's the one of the
What, somebody
ladies commented?
Yeah,
She
she
was
can
like-
read with the palm. Ma'am, do I have diabetes?
She was like,
Ma'am?
moon palm something. Hey man, if it's like actually true, shout out to you.
She called me a moon cricket? What the hell she called me?
It was like a moon shaped something on the palm.
You guys ever heard that term?
What is that?
Moon cricket?
What the hell's a moon cricket, buddy?
It's an old racist term.
Explain.
It's like called black people. It's an old. Yeah, you never heard that?
What?
Yeah, old. That term phased out like a long time ago.
Like how old? Like
Mid 60s.
Moon cricket.
Yeah, mid 60s, early 70s.
I am so dumb.
is it like worse than the N word?
No, that's like the epitome. That's top tier.
That's top tier.
That's like
That's
on-
like.
So
So that's
I don't
number one. Is this
understand
number two?
The correlation. What's the correlation here?
I guess. So I think the term was mainly used because, well, crickets are darker in color, and they would say, I guess moon cricket, I guess, was used so like when if like a slave were to be running away, they normally ran away at night, and they would be like jumping away.
Oh my God,
Bro.
Yeah, so I think that's where it came from. I
that's
don't know.
genius.
Yeah. So like I heard a guy once. So there was a dude on TikTok, and he once was he was an old military guy. Guy knows his shit. Real cool guy. Standard. He cuts the bullshit when he has most of his TikToks. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Strong looking dude. And he expresses his opinion. And somebody used that term, and he was proud that someone like this sort like you could call this guy whatever, and he's keeping his cool, right? Like, he was like, oh my God. He was excited. He was like, let's go. We're bringing out some of the classics. I ain't heard this one in a long time. And he was like, I've never heard that term. I don't know if that's like,
Is his first name Clayton?
I don't know.
Last name Bigsby.
I don't know.
Why does that name sound so familiar?
Clayton.
He was the black KKK member. Remember Dave Chappelle?
Oh, that. I was like, dude, why
The
does that sound?
blind one.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I had to break up with my wife. Can't say the rest. If you know, you know. But yeah, I don't know if that term is like really, really bad. So I don't know. I'll have to.
What was it again? Cricket hoppers or something?
Let's just
Moon
make a
hop?
new one. Let's just make a new one. All right, we're at. Welcome to the Crew Project. We make racial slurs from scratch. No, it's called Moon Cricket.
Moon cricket.
Yeah.
My next one.
So I wouldn't like tell people that one. Like, I really don't know how bad it
The
is.
next one I was gonna guess was moon crickers. Moon crickets.
Moon
Is that what it is?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Moon cricket.
Okay. So I would have got it right second try.
But yeah, I don't know like how bad it is. If like somebody's super offended by it, I don't know.
Would
Sorry,
you
but-
get
Moon
jumped
hoppers.
by 15?
So that's the thing. Nobody in this day and age knows. So if you were to say it, they might get it. Like they might put two and two together. But
Right.
like you would have to catch somebody like way older. Like they would have been like my dad's age. And I never heard my dad say it. So like, he's,
Your own dad calling you.
Well, we never really, my dad never used any like terms for us or
That would
anything.
be something.
Yeah. Like we used to joke around saying like zebra kids. Like we were a bunch of zebra cakes or something like that. You know?
I think the audience needs a little backstory for that.
So I'm half black. For those who don't know, I think we maybe touched on it like once or twice.
Yeah.
I don't look at it all. I don't.
And your dad's black, your mom's white.
Right. Yeah. So like a lot of the times whenever we were out, a lady actually one time at a grocery store noticed. So like some people can see, like when I was younger, you could tell a lot better, but they would see me with my mom. My mom was Pennsylvanian white. So she was very white, and I'm a few shades darker. I get a little bit darker in the sun, but yeah, this lady at like a grocery store was like really mad at my mom, I guess, for something. I don't know. And she was like, take you and your zebra kids out of here. Yo, my mom was not the one. My mom would throw down. I don't care where it was, when it was, how many of them was there. She throwing elbows. She was not the one. She would beat ass.
Go mama.
Yeah, I'm telling you. She would beat ass, dude.
I would be on the sidelines cheering for her.
There's nothing I was going to be able to do. I was too young. She started throwing. That's it. Back in the day, she fought men.
Bro,
Yeah.
people got some fucking audacity, don't they?
Right. She didn't really care, man. Men, women, if they wanted to throw hands, that was it. She said, all right, let's go.
So I know it's terrible, like if you're in the situation.
Yeah.
Like if you're in the situation and it happened to you or to anyone, I know it's terrible. But hearing it as a story, it's kind of funny.
Oh, the zebra kids?
Yeah, it's kind
No,
of
we all laughed about it afterwards. We all laughed about it. Because, I mean, it was like my parents being an
He's over there
interracial.
trying to keep a straight face.
Bro,
All he can see is a pack of zebra cakes when he looks at me now.
I'm just
Hostess. No, like we would always joke because with my parents being like an interracial couple, we would go out to grocery stores. And I mean, it didn't matter if they were white or black. People would just look at us and stare. We could feel the judgment. So we didn't give a shit. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And you just can't care. You just got to keep moving. So people make all kind of jokes. It didn't matter, But if it came down to it, hey, look, you trying to throw hands. My mama's outside, so. There's my mom, like I'm not kidding. Like when my mom was in high school, she would get in an altercation with men. She wouldn't play around. Somebody stepped to her wrong. It was just, she'd beat your ass.
See,
And she was known for it.
I love it because moms are so, I feel like moms are way more protective than dads are,
Yeah.
to be honest. Like
Yeah, I feel like that. Yeah, I can feel that.
you don't mess with a mama bear. You know what I'm saying? You don't mess with a soccer mom.
Yeah, no.
They got this like veil over their kids. Like absolutely don't mess with their kids, period. Like I was going to, I mean, this is kind of different, kind of off topic, but
Yeah.
it's still the same thing. I went hiking, right? And I saw a bear. Cub was like 10 feet in front of her. And I'm walking up this trail and there was a park ranger. Park ranger was like, dude, walk fast, stay quiet, and just make your way up. Don't make eye contact or anything. Just keep going. And I was like, what? Oh yeah, there's a bear nearby. And I was like, I'm sorry, what?
Let's start the conversation there, pal.
Yeah. So I'm over there just like, butt cheeks clenched.
Oh, tight.
Oh, bro, tight. Walking, just like speed walking fast. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're one of those like speed marathon walk fast. Yeah. Speed walkers.
Yeah.
I don't know
Bro.
how you just moved your hips while sitting down like that.
Who? Me or him?
Both.
I don't know.
Oh,
Lots of practice, buddy.
the hips don't lie. I don't know what this Shakira.
But yeah, I mean, there's yeah. So basically, yeah, mama bears are scary, man.
Yeah.
Because our children. Period.
No.
Dads be kind of laid back, honestly.
They're kind of there for the aftermath. You know what I mean? Like if things were to
Yeah.
get too rough, stepping in, but like
Yeah.
learned your lesson,
I feel
kind
like-
of thing.
I feel like the initial reaction is always mom's initial
Oh,
instinctive
100%.
protectiveness.
100%.
Moms are always it's like
Yep. Anytime.
alert.
Yep. Child hurt, cry, scream. Something's not going right. Moms are always the first one to stand up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What we got on the docket today?
Oh boy. So I brought up this one today. So many people may not know who Pokimane is,
Right.
but Pokimane is one of the larger faces of
you could
Twitch.
ever do when trying to sell something.
Sorry about that.
A little premature, buddy.
A little pre there. Sorry.
I'm gonna breathe. But no, yeah. So Pokimane is one of the bigger faces of Twitch.
Yeah.
One of the biggest. Many people who spend a lot of time on Twitch know who she is. Kind of a gamer, kind of not. But recently, she came out with her own product of cookies called,
of
I believe it's called Mina.
You said kind of a gamer, kind of a not.
So she plays
sounds like one
video
of those
games.
she sounds like one of those like wannabe girl gamers who are just there for the clicks, likes, subscribes, and show off a little bit for the clout and cash in type of people.
I think she started with games.
Yeah, she definitely started with games, and she'll dabble in them, but more or less she's just chatting. So there's a whole section that's
Okay,
just
so it's
chatting.
okay, so solidifies what I said.
More or less. Again, I don't ever spend any time in her community because it is a horrible cult of individuals that will follow her to the end of the earth
Oh,
for the wrong reasons.
Deplorables.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Simps, if you will.
very much those.
Wow. Okay.
So
That's
she made
unfortunate.
she made a brand of
Useful idiots.
cookies.
Not useful.
Not even useful. Well,
I mean,
to her.
useful. Yeah, for
Well,
the
useful
worker
to
pay.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt. Please keep going.
Yeah. Can I get
Sorry,
a
go
word
ahead.
in edgewise here? Jesus
Go
Christ.
ahead, buddy. Finish your story. Go ahead.
So she made a pack of So she got a brand of cookies called, I believe they're called Mina. And they're supposed to be more of a healthier version cookies.
I doubt it. But go ahead.
Right. A lot of people have already came out with some of the ingredients and the nutritional facts. Not great. So she then promoted it on her stream. And so for about a bag of these cookies is $7. You got to buy a pack of 4. It's like 28. So they kind of did the math. It's down to about $7 a bag.
How many cookies are we talking about in a bag?
Not sure.
Not
Doesn't- not important.
sure. Yeah, that's not. Regard. Yeah. So
Well, it's kind of important. So
I wanna
if it was like, if we got like 20 to 30 cookies in there,
no,
what is like 10 cookies in there? Less than 10?
I would say maybe between like 10 to 15 cookies.
And we're selling
my
them for
mentality is,
You're gonna get 3 times the amount when you buy a pack of Oreos. Put it to you like that.
okay.
20 trash cookies or 4 trash cookies are still
Trash cookies.
Right.
Yeah.
Finish your story.
So she promoted it on stream, and some people were kind of like, size to price really isn't that great, right?
Uh-huh.
And so her response was not taken very well. She decided to kind of belittle her own community and calling them, well, if you're broke, you idiot. Not like, oh, well, I'm sorry you can't afford the cookies. It's just, this is what the market is at. This is the pricing. No, let's belittle the people that are going to try and buy your product, right? We have the clip here. The clip, actually, so those who don't know, this was a review video from Moist Critical. Some of you don't know. I know Moist Critical, my man. He did a review on it, and so this is from his video that we got the clip from. Go ahead, play that, Kev.
Play it. Go ahead.
To your audience.
When people are like, oh my god, $28 for cookies? It's 4 bags. That's $7 $7 a bag. I know math is hard when you're an idiot, but like if you're a broke boy, just say so. Anyways.
Matt was actually the one that sent me this clip today, and I just assumed this had to be some kind of bad joke she.
So yeah, right off the rip, we're gonna then say you can't do math, you idiot. If you can't buy the cookies and you're broke, just say you're broke. Like, wow. Not and this, again, Pokimane has not been known for doing the best. She's got a lot of drama that follows her, but like this is just another thing that is just another strike in the book of how she acts with a community so large. Furthermore, I'm going to bring up a couple of tweets. So after she then, it became thing, Twitter's a cesspool. I don't like it. I just go on there to laugh at some of the comments. It was very, very clear that this was the division.
Formerly known as Twitter, now known as X.
Right. Women were going behind and just backing her with literally her exact words. So somebody named Dextero, who is verified on Twitter, I don't know who it is, posted the clip, and some people are like, okay, well, sure, go ahead and buy $4 cookies with 50 grams of sugar. It's in your body, but products that are gluten-free with his ingredients are priced like this. Her target audience isn't just gamers, not like you care about your body anyhow. So let's just subjugate. Right, let's just kind of sidestep the whole belittling your own group and just saying that. There was another one that, this one threw me. So, Kai Cenat, or however you pronounce it, he is another big streamer. This lady then decides to say, well, Kai Cenat spends his stream yesterday going up to women in GTA RP asking if they would like to for hours. So GTA RP, roleplay. Dumbest stuff happens there. It's roleplay, for one, right? Yet the news today is a woman snapping back when people harass her about her product. For your information, $7 a bag is totally normal priced for healthy gluten-free snacks. So again, now this lady is going to bring up an entire another streamer playing a video game that has nothing to do with cookies to defend Pokimane, belittling her own community.
That's very interesting. You know, what I make of that is we have a lot of ignorant people. And this Pokimane, I don't know how long she's been doing this, and I don't know what
Long
generation.
time.
Okay, so I don't know what generation she falls into.
Probably
she?
close to ours.
Oh, so she is a millennial.
I believe so.
Oh, that's unfortunate. It
It's-
seems like she is one of those millennials who's been stuck in her earlier days where she clearly did not grow up.
Yeah. I don't know her backstory, but she grew to fame pretty quick. And, I mean, she's well off now.
Well, of course she's got fame and she's got money now because, I mean, when she has useful idiots like we said earlier that are obviously useful to her, they're just click, 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 click. That's all what social media and the internet has become. We got a lot of those people. And, I do want to give a tad bit of credit to her, honestly. Like,
She playing the game.
she's playing the game.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of people who have that mindset. And I feel like she's testing the water here.
It's like, what's that one chick that sold her bath water? Bella Delphine? Tell me you knew about that.
No, what the hell is that?
She sold her bath water for $50. $50 a jar. She made millions.
Wow.
She made, well, maybe not millions, but she made a lot of money probably close to $1 million. Bath water. People bought her bath water. Dog,
I feel like, okay,
hold on.
who's
People-
buying?
Listen, people bought the Doritos that came off of her toes.
Okay, we got some sick people.
Okay, this is the type. This is where we're at right now. Okay, Doritos were on her toes, mushed. Sprinkles. Okay,
Okay, well,
Piggly Wigglies deep
here's
in
the
there.
thing, man. I am not surprised.
Not at all.
I am not surprised why this country is regressing. I'm not surprised.
This happened years ago, though.
I'm not surprised when we're getting corrupt politicians being elected in these positions, because we have literally, I mean, downright idiots.
Buying bath water.
Downright idiots.
Can you imagine buying bath water? It's just tap water.
Bro, it's not bath water. I mean, no.
Who- how do you
did
know?
you shower in this?
Yeah, how do you know? Like even then, like, ooh, what do you want to?
That's, I mean,
Whether it is or isn't,
that's disgusting, bro.
it's horrible. Let me get to this. This is one of the last tweets.
Yeah, go
this
ahead.
one.
Read that
This
last
one.
tweet.
Some of the comments on this one really got me good. Okay. I would have been so much meaner, to be honest, if someone had the audacity to complain about a health snack when dudes are putting shitty logos on Hanes t-shirts, charging $50 for it. She'd have been much meaner. I mean, imagine you go to like a lemonade stand. Hey, buy this lemonade, you dork. Sure, yeah, here's $5. No. How much is a lemonade? Oh, it's $2. Oh yeah, and then they like throw something like, who? How is this a sales point?
Well, I'm telling you,
Let me get to the comments though. Go ahead and start your thought. Let me get
Well,
to the.
I just want to say that we have people like this who are just blatantly ignorant, and they've gotten to the point where they're so comfortable that they can say whatever they want behind a screen, because that's what it's become. People are way too comfortable now speaking however they want behind the screen, because
They feel like there's no consequence.
Yeah, there are no consequences. That's what that there's no fear of consequences. But you know what? I would like everyone to not buy a single goddamn cookie, and I want to know how she feels after that.
Oh, she already came out with an apology.
Of course, she's gonna come out with an apology. Does she have a publicist if she's so goddamn famous? Famous.
I don't know.
I'm sure she has a whole team.
Yeah,
Well,
the whole media team. And yeah, she came out. So this whole mishap came out about, I think, Moist Critical here. He put out his video like maybe like a day ago, and like 6 hours ago, it was now that she came out with an apology. I'm sorry, I'll think about the cookie price. But the same lady who said she would have been much meaner says, and I quote, I'm not going to complain to Lamborghini that their cars are too expensive, especially if they have nothing to do with the production or marketing. People have to go touch grass and stop feeling so entitled to streamers. How do you compare a cookie brand to Lamborghini and talk about the expensiveness?
Oh my God, this is
Lamborghini is a handmade, manufactured supercar,
bro. This is so
not a
laughable to
gluten-free
me.
cookie.
Bro, this is so laughable to me. I can't, like, I'm dumbfounded by even trying to comment on this, to be honest. Look, I'm borderline speechless, and I can't form a proper thought on this to reply, to be honest with you, because you got to be a special kind of idiot.
No, just special.
Yeah.
You need a helmet.
Bro, solid one.
That's crazy, dude. Like, and it's always like this. And so I can't even understand if they're actually defending Pokimane or if they're just jumping on the bandwagon for a couple of likes on a tweet.
That's what I mean.
It's so crazy.
Here's the thing, man. That's not uncommon to me, though. That's
None.
not what, because that's what internet has become. So they see a trending little moment right there, right?
Ride the wave.
Clout, 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 clout. Boom.
Yeah.
Hey, let's see if I can jump on this too. Let's see if even if I can get some likes and subscribes on this. She might give me a few free cookies.
I'm in for the free cookies.
Yeah, if I say something nice about her, maybe she'll notice that. Maybe she'll give me a mention. And guess what? I got some followers now. That's what a lot of people are doing that.
Can I mention something?
Exactly.
Two things. To your last point, ego. There's a lot of ego on the internet waves.
Of course,
right?
man.
And then secondly, there's another brand. It's like Midnight Cookies. That's like the same exact thing in terms of like ingredient lists, except for I think her cookies have like vitamin D in it or something like that.
Yeah.
Can you bring up a picture?
It's the only other thing, and that's in there. That's not in the other brand, and like it's the same thing pretty much. But the Midnight Cookies is like way cheaper.
Please.
So there's no reason why those cookies should be.
Please, can you bring
that
up a picture
expensive.
of that? Because I did see that. It's literally like if you took both bags and just changed the color of one. It's bad.
Well, to be honest with you, if it's that similar, I wouldn't even be. Like, I would argue that's borderline stealing. Stealing their idea and
it's like pretty much like a rebranding maneuver of some sort. It might have been at the beginning of that video. Oh, there it was. Oh, these are nutritional facts. Oh no. So I believe so the one on the left is
Hers, and then
Hers.
on the right is the Midnight Cookies.
is the Midnight Cookies. 4 servings per container. The
I'm
other
sorry.
one is 14 servings per container. Same amount of cookies, same amount of calories.
Also, the crazy part is
So go back.
They look the same too.
yeah, they're the exact same. So
Bruh.
imagine like a dark cookie with like white chocolate chips on it.
Okay, wait. This is even worse than I thought. We got, for her cookies, we have 4 servings per container, and on the right, the other one that's similar to hers is 14 servings per container. So it actually gives you a cookie count for each box. There's 7 cookies in her box.
Well, no. So if you have
that
4
what it is?
a serving size is 7 cookies. So 7 times 4, 28.
Okay.
So 28 cookies compared to whatever 14. I can't do 14 times 7. Kevin?
7 times 10, 70.
Here we go.
7 times
Here we go.
4, 28, 98.
There it is. And that's why we keep them around. Human calculator.
Yeah, but we were
It's
talking
because I'm
about
black.
People will never really
Son of a
know.
bitch.
So 98 to 28, same nutritional value. She has 15% of vitamin D, makes it healthy. That's the healthy gluten-free way, baby. So that's what you're paying for. Pokemon spit on them too. So
I'm
Maybe
pretty-
that's the secret sauce.
maybe that's the extra vitamin D.
She shits in every bag.
if
Ooh.
we're buying Doritos from someone's feet, I
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah.
be surprised that we're buying cookies with her spit on it. I wouldn't be surprised.
That's crazy, dude.
That's because
But the
we have
packaging looks
psycho people
exactly
like
the
that.
same. And that's like one of the crazier things. And like so much more is like coming out, and yeah, it's called Myna. MYNA. That's what it is. I see it. And it's just
Yeah.
what
I don't know,
mess.
man. I honestly don't feel like even talking more about this, just because like I don't want to give people like this my time or just waste my brain cells on people like this, to be honest, because that's literally what it the more I talk about people like this, I feel like I'm losing brain cells.
Shit's terrible.
That's
It's so bad.
forget it. I want to move on from this, man. I want to move on from this before I say something that I'm gonna regret.
Is it racist
It'll be everything.
in nature?
It'll be everything. He's about to
It'll-
throw every razor to me. That's like a COD lobby in here in a
Yeah.
second.
Forget it. I want to stay as professional as I can on our podcast. I don't want to.
About to be like, what's that
This-
guy? The Return of the Frog's gay.
Right. Literally,
name?
I'm about to turn into Alex Jones and I'm going
There
on
it
a
is.
goddamn rant on this person.
You see him pacing by the camera. Goddamn cookies. I'm buying the goddamn Doritos, man. Stupid bathwater. What is happening?
What we got on the docket? What's the other one?
Oh, we are
Let's move on to the
changing
next one.
gears on this one.
Yeah. What do we have, Ant?
So this one was actually, Kevin brought this one to our attention. He had found it, and this one is not getting news attention. And some people will probably understand rather quickly why, but this was due to 15 black teens murdered a white classmate, an innocent white classmate, as they say. So the backstory behind this one, there was allegedly a group of black teen males at a high school that had robbed another student
Who was smaller.
who was smaller of something of his personal item.
I'm sorry. Pause right there. Did you say 15 students robbed one kid
Yep.
who is younger than these 15 kids?
We just know he was a smaller individual. So
I think they also stated that he was younger.
So younger, so maybe a grade below. So then another individual stepped up. I believe his name was Jonathan. I think it was. Stepped up and was like, "Hey, give that back." Well, the 15 teens decided to jump him for a few seconds, which was more than enough time to put him in a critical condition.
So the younger kid that got robbed,
Yeah.
then an older friend of his, around the same age as the 15 kids, stepped in and was like, "Hey, give his stuff back that you stole from him."
Yep.
And this kid got jumped by
Yes.
the 15 kids.
Correct.
Let's be clear here. 15 black kids jumped this other white kid
Yeah.
and beat him to death. Is that correct?
So after the beating, he was in critical condition.
For a few days.
Yes.
He was on life support in the
He was
hospital.
on life support for a few days in the hospital, and then he died.
Yes. Sadly.
Okay.
So the main problem, and who is this that's on that we found a clip from? Crowder.
Yeah.
Clouder.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So Crowder is one of the few people that are putting any sort of attention to this. So the mainstream media, there is nothing. We checked earlier. There is nothing. Nobody has covered this at all. But when you do find anything that is covering it, everything from race is completely taken out. Like if it was the inverse, you would see that if it was like 15 white guys jumped one black kid. That
Because
would
it's sensational enough. It doesn't go
Right.
with the narrative.
Of course.
Right.
It doesn't follow the narrative. So you know what? We got to shelve it. We got to shelve it as much as we can. We got to censor it. We cannot let this go out, or else we're losing ground on our narrative. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, and I think this
Honestly.
is in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, yeah.
So yeah, in Las Vegas, this is where it happened, and I mean, it's truth be told, none of us care about race, right? None of us care about what the race was. The fact of the matter is how society is treating these events and how it is now becoming this fact of give these people a pass. They're allowed to do this. We can't do this. White privilege this. Black Lives Matters that. And it becomes this, what do we do with it? Well, we can't. The kid died. He's dead. He was beaten in front of other people who recorded it rather than helping, for one, which is horrendous. And now this kid is dead. And there were even people protesting to let those kids free. And I'm pretty sure in that it's from Maryland Times, the one you had pulled up. I could be wrong, but I'm almost certain I saw the name Sharpton in there. If you know who Al Sharpton is, from the NAACP.
Yeah. This is it's infuriating, man. I honestly, I don't give two shits about where the hell you come from. I don't give a damn about where your origin is from, what your ethnicity is, what your skin tone is. I don't give two goddamn shits. Because to me, I see one person. Like, I see one race, period.
Yeah.
That's how I treat everyone. I don't give a damn if you're black, you're white, you're Asian, or whatever the hell your skin tone. I don't, period. To me, it doesn't matter. To me, your deeds matter. To me, it matters what type of person you are, what good and what kind of good humanitarian act that you've done, what type of person you are morally
Yeah.
and contributing to your society in a positive way.
Right.
That's, I believe that those are what make a person, to be honest. Not, why is it that people cannot just wake the hell up when shit like this happens and speak louder, demand answers, and make examples? Because I would make an example of literally these 15 kids. These 15 individuals who did this. I don't give a shit if there were 15 white kids that did this to a black kid. I don't give a shit if there were 15 Middle Eastern kids that did this to a Asian kid. I don't care if it was the other way around. 15 Asian kids doing this to a black kid. I don't give two goddamn shits. Whoever did it has to be held responsible, accountable.
Yeah.
If it was up to me, I would put every single one of them in jail.
100%. It doesn't matter. I mean, they did what they were going to do. And
Voluntary manslaughter. I would put them in jail for voluntary manslaughter. They did this knowingly. They did this. Bro, play the goddamn clip, because if I'm not mistaken, because we talked about this earlier, if I'm not mistaken, some of the kids were waiting for their turns to get a few kicks and a few jabs in, right? They were walking around the other kids and waiting for, like, this is absolutely unacceptable. This is infuriating. And this isn't the only thing that's not getting much attention. Things like this happen all the time, all around the goddamn country, but it's being shelved, man. It's being shelved because it does not fit their narrative.
Yeah.
This is just a little short clip from Crowder.
And when I say it does not fit their narrative, you know who the hell I'm talking about. You can look that shit up.
Mainstream media.
Who had been robbed by the group. This group already committed a crime, robbed a younger friend, and he went to them saying, hey, can you give it back? Can you give it back? At which point, the group of entirely black teenagers, 15 of them, beat him to death. Here is a video. Again, I warn you, you're not seeing anything super graphic, but just the idea of it should disturb your soul. Here's a video of the beating taking place partially. That's enough. You guys can find most of it on.
That's ridiculous. It's like just to see a group of people like that, and then you can hear people in the background beat his ass.
You can see the kid like balled up in fetal position.
You know what? The people that are cheering, beat him up. In my book, they are complicit. I will put them in jail too.
I mean, at any point when you're standing there, you're an accomplice to this.
You are.
You're just standing there, and
Well, hold on. If you're standing there and you're too scared to do something, that's one thing. If you're edging it on,
true.
Then yes,
Yeah.
Well, of course, that's exactly what I said. The people that are chanting "beat him up,"
yeah.
you are complicit.
I'm sure there's
and you're recording this for what? To post this and get some clout, get some clickbaits?
Yeah.
Bro.
I'm sure. What I'm saying is, I'm sure there were some people on the sidelines like
scared,
too scared,
yeah,
to like
because they didn't want to end up like this guy.
Right.
These are kids, remember? So like these are younger kids, and some of these kids are obviously going to be smaller and like in some of these shoes, these kids, not saying that, hey, be a hero, random kid, go ahead and jump in there. But I can see where there would be people there stone cold scared because they don't want to end up like this guy. And then
because they don't want the mob on them.
Right.
I blame not only these kids, I blame the household. This
Starts with the household. It always does.
This is how they were raised. It always starts with the household. When you don't have good parenting, yes, and this comes down to the parents. You made this happen because you did not raise your child to be a proper human being. No human being, no teenager should feel like hey, you know what? I'm going to beat this kid to death.
And think that that's just fine.
Yeah, and think that, you know what? That's fine, and I'm going to get away with it. When you raise a kid, that kind of mentality, you as a parent should be in jail too. Because you're raising a
problem.
Literally.
It just comes down to being a problem.
If this kid is capable of doing that at this age, 15, 16, 17 years old, if this kid he thinks that this is okay to beat another kid to death and I'm going to get away with it, what is he going to do tomorrow? What's the next level of this? What's the level after that? You know what you're doing? You're enabling this kid.
Yeah.
You're enabling this kid to do more and more and more atrocious and harmful things to others and bring disastrous things to the community. That's what you're enabling.
Crowder even he goes into like saying like that the way that media is kind of like cultivating this in a way, they
leave out the race.
They leave out the race.
Play that part. How the media is covering this.
Oh, that might be hard for him to.
No, keep right. It's right there. Right there.
But what's omitted?
Metro says about 15 kids were involved in a fight that has left one student hospitalized with critical injuries.
A teenager is fighting for his life after being beaten by 15 other kids near Rancho High School.
Metro officers responding to reports of a student fight across the street from Rancho High School. The investigation revealing the victim got into a physical altercation with 15 people before cops arrived.
Now from the family of Jonathan Lewis, a Rancho High School student who has died after a severe attack by 15 other students last week near the school.
And what really bothers me is that female reporter saying a physical altercation.
Yeah, man.
But he goes further into saying, because of how the media, like, I honestly feel that you shouldn't either. It's like the race in a narrative should never matter, right? It's a human and another human in some sort of involvement. Whatever happened, whether it's bad or good, shouldn't matter, right? But we already know that mainstream media wants to always put is if a white person attacks a black person, or if some Middle Eastern person, there's some bomb threat, or if somebody is a white person and they do a mass shooting, they were mentally ill. That's always the narrative, right? It's it's a cookie cutter thing. But when something doesn't come in the narrative, that is like what could fuel political bullshit. We don't have to dive into that. They don't cover it well at all, or they leave race out. And like Crowder said, which I think is a great point, is when you start to not put the race like they have been, people start to fill in the blanks automatically with a select race. It's turning a whole generation into this whole racist mindset. Because now, instead of it being, okay, if you're going to put race in it, put race for everything, right? If that's what you want to do, then whatever. And now, all of a sudden, every time there's no race, now you're going to think, well, a bunch of black kids beat up a white kid. Now, you are now putting a black person into that footstep of a violent crime like that. What if that's not the case? Now we don't know, because now it's this cultivation of how it's happening. Because if nobody's really, no mainstream is doing this, and you got to dive into it, and every time you just dive, it's just these kids and this kid, this kid and this kid. That is how it should always be, right?
You know what it also is? It's that the fact that they are not holding these kids accountable, and that's how these kids also think that there's no consequences.
Yeah.
They're, like I said earlier, they're enabling them to do even more harmful stuff like this going forward. It's that cycle of hatred, more crime in the society.
Yeah.
Because when they have more crime, when they have more problems like this, that fits their narrative. Why are they not getting rid of all the crime that's happening all over the place?
Yeah.
Because it fits their narrative. Because then when an election rolls around,
Yeah.
you know, your campaigners over there are gunning for that.
Yeah.
Oh, the crime is so high. I am your man. Vote for me and I will make the crime go away. Every single one of them comes on, and they're always saying this. And every single one of them, when they leave, guess where the crime rates are?
And didn't move.
Didn't budge, buddy.
I also see like a very big problem is because of how mainstream media, and it does come down to the parents. I'm not saying it's not, but how it comes down to mainstream media and how they are cultivating lifestyles or how things are supposed to happen. Especially, I can specifically see it happening with like the black community. They now feel like that is who they have to be. It's not that they can change. They feel like, no, this is just who we are. This is our life. Like, no, you do not have to be like this. But due to how structured media is and what they constantly see and what other people put in front of their face every single day.
That's a good point.
It's like, this is what it defines to be a black person. And if you don't fit this, you're not black. So now I got to do this, or I'm just not this. And it's what they see.
Yeah.
And it's not like, you know, it's the automatic effect. It's just what's filtered in front of them all the time. Or when we see it, you know, when you always see that stuff in the news or something like that, it's never, sometimes it is like, oh, you know, oh, this black individual did something really great. Or no, it's normally, you know, younger black kids mobbing the streets, breaking out windows, stealing stuff. And then other ones see it and they're like, yeah, that's us. Well, now you've completed the cycle. Now they got a story. They got a narrative. And now they're cultivating a generation to do the same.
Yeah. That's the problem.
Not saying that these black individuals, these kids, are not held accountable for what they did, right? I'm not saying, oh, well, just because you saw it on the media, okay, all right, I get it. I said, no.
I mean, we mentioned
consequences
it earlier, though.
happen.
But we mentioned earlier, though, even though there was consequences, right? There's protests for letting these kids out.
Yeah. That is...
What the hell? Like, are you serious?
Crazy. When there's video footage, and like if you're a mother and you're like, yo, let my son go. Your son stomped in the head of another kid and killed him. What? Let him go what? Let him go do what? Again? Something else? Well, oh, no, I'll talk to him. I'll talk to him.
Oh, like you did the last time?
Yeah, right. Like, it just doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying?
It should have never came to that point where he felt like he could do that and he would not have any consequences.
That's sort of shit.
That's not the type of child you raise to have that kind of mindset to begin with. Period.
Yeah.
Now, if you're raising that kind of child, you know what? He bears the consequences, and you can sit there and watch as well.
Exactly.
Because now you don't have a goddamn right to ask for him to be released, because you're going to have a discussion so it doesn't happen with this child again. No, sorry. I think he deserves
to be tried as an adult.
Yes. Absolutely.
And with all the video evidence, crazy. No way you're getting out of that. Like, I don't understand it. And the problem is, so I've talked to so many people. I've talked to other friends, black friends,
All right.
specifically black friends, and they literally feel like that's just it. That's just the life we live. That's just who we are. I'm like, dude, what do you mean? You could do other things.
That's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. You know, this also comes from like a good role model in their life, right?
Yeah.
Like if you don't have a good role model to set an example of, hey, this is what you should strive to be,
Right.
instead of committing some heinous act like this.
Well, they do get role models, but they see it off mainstream media. They see it off YouTube. They see it off this. They see it in music videos.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not saying that, oh, we need to shelter everything from everyone. No, I saw all of that as a kid. But I also had a stronger presence. So the problem is when parents are just stepping to the wayside, just letting the child do whatever. Like I had pretty good reign as a kid, but my dad and my mother were there. If I got out of line, so help me God, I better run.
Yeah.
My father yelled at me one time when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I had never, he would say something, okay. Now, it wasn't just a fear, right? Like, you don't have to just make your children be fearful. I don't even have kids, so I don't even know how, but I was a kid once.
Right.
And I know what worked on me.
I mean, growing up, like, I feared my mom and my dad a lot.
Out of respect, though.
Out of absolute respect, yes.
Right.
Because, you know, this is how I was raised, to be honest with you. Like, this is the type of discipline that I had. I mean, my grandfather was in the military, so was my dad. So I have that military-ish discipline, basically,
Got you,
instilled
yeah.
in the household. Like, it was to the point where if we had some guests coming or whatnot over to our house, right? And mom was preparing some stuff, some dishes and goodies. If I were to go and grab a cookie without asking her, I got my ass beat.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? Till this day, I appreciate my mom whooping my ass for taking that cookie without asking her.
Yeah.
Because what it did was make me a better man growing up. It instilled that discipline in me. It instilled the good manners in me.
Yeah.
I think every household should have that kind of like discipline and good manners instilled in a child to make sure, because it all starts from your household.
Yeah.
Growing up, you should have the best manners, to be honest with you. Like, I've seen kids nowadays get away with so much. So much, it's
Crazy.
insane.
Oh, yeah.
And going back to the cookie, like, I couldn't touch the cookie without asking my mom. And when I did, I got my ass beat for it.
You could see.
Did I do it again? Hell to the goddamn no.
Maybe once.
If my mom told us, hey, your dad's coming back because he was gone, military duty and shit. Your dad's gonna be back. I haven't seen him in like weeks or whatever, You best believe we behaved. Prepare like we're the best.
The president is coming to the house.
Exactly. You ever seen the movie The Sound of Music?
Actually, no, I haven't seen that one.
Okay, so The Sound of Music, there was this one part where these kids are all like, they're so well mannered and whatever. They're when they're going to bed, there's a scene where they're all like, okay, father, okay, mother, we're all gonna go to bed now. Goodbye, farewell.
Oh, that part where they all just and they're all going up the stairs or something like that. Okay, they did it on Family Guy.
Banger soundtrack.
So, like, that's just an example of, obviously we didn't goodbye, farewell.
Right. But you knew,
But
you know?
like, mom was like, go clean the room. Go clean your room. Make sure everything in the house is orderly. Because my dad was...
He came through with that white glove.
Exactly, bro. Like, he would not tolerate a messy house, a messy room, this and that. No, he would not tolerate. You'd be like, because he was, that military discipline.
Right.
You got act straight and walk straight and be about your shit.
Be straight.
Beat your kids is what we're saying. Bottom line, beat your kids.
Honestly, like,
Not to shed any joke or light on it. It's a horrible event, and that kid actually died. But beat your kids. Honest to goodness. I got beat twice. Of my childhood. Twice.
I honestly,
But that's all you needed.
But the thing is, like, one other thing that I do want to bring to people's attention is that, household is one thing, right? The manners and discipline and good parenting is one thing.
Right. 100%.
But the other thing we got to think about and kind of hold accountable is the school. How many hours of the day do these kids spend at school? A lot.
Probably about 8 to 6, 6 to 8 hours.
How involved are these parents in their kids' schools? What is my kid learning? What are you teaching my kid? Is he skipping class? Is he having good grades? All that stuff matters, because if you're sending your kid to school and that's all what you're doing and thinking, oh, my kid is at school, he's being a goody two-shoe, of course. I sent him to school this morning, and he's going to come back after school. He learned so much, and he was well-behaved and everything. You got another thing coming.
I mean, they could check their report cards and stuff like that. And
that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to be on top of your kid on all of this stuff. And it falls to the school to make sure that these kids are not going out, skipping school, or even after school, beating up other kids and bullying other kids. You gotta make sure that this stuff falls into the teachers as well. Like, this falls on the teachers as well. They need to, because as a teacher, like, this is how I viewed my teachers. When I was at home, obviously I had my mom, right?
Yeah.
My mom and my older sister basically kind of raised me for many years. And then when I was at school, guess what my mom told me? Always respect your teachers. If I'm not there, that woman or that man is teaching you, you better respect him like that is me. That is your second parent, basically. Because you're there like 5 days out of the week, like 7-8 hours out a day, and go on rotations, learning from these teachers that are kind of playing a parent's role almost, teaching you stuff and showing you the right things to say and, giving you knowledge. Here's the thing. As a Middle Eastern kid, like, honor, family, discipline, hospitality, manners. These are some of the core aspects in our household.
Yeah.
I grew up learning about all this stuff. And this was instilled in us. And I believe these are some of the most important fundamentals to instill in your child. Because if a child is growing up knowing about all of this, I don't think they can go wrong all that much, to be honest with you.
I mean, any child can. I mean, there is always possibilities, but yeah, having these sort of core priorities,
yes,
is a huge fundamental. Like you said, my dad, it was respect. That was probably the biggest.
Did I mention respect?
You did.
Okay.
But I mean, out of everything, respect was the biggest thing. So my dad one time got on me. Somebody spoke to me, and I didn't say anything back. Oh, I caught hell. He said, if anyone ever speaks to you, you respond to them. You be respectful.
Mm-hmm.
So
same.
Anytime, like, somebody from class says something to me, or somebody in the, oh, hey, Anthony, how you doing? And if I wouldn't say, oh, no, I caught hell. Don't you ever disrespect somebody like that.
Especially, for me, it was especially And this is all for all like my household and like a lot of other Middle Eastern people as well, is elders. You better respect your elders more than your parents, to be honest with you. Like if it came ever a day where I disrespected my grandparent or someone else's grandparent, or I didn't like that, I didn't respond to them properly with manners, I caught hell, boy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I caught hell. Because that's one of the most important things, like respect.
Yeah.
Nowadays, kids don't know what respect even means.
No. And like even like you were saying about having like the school involved with this, evidently this happened across the street. So it wasn't directly on.
Yeah.
But it's like I don't want to put a whole lot on the school. But at the same time, these kids are at the school entrusted with their safety.
Right.
And I mean, we are no like shy to knowing that the American schools security ain't that great. It ain't that great. So
it's absolutely jack shit. Especially public schools
Right.
have become a joke.
It's bad, like things go on in these schools that, you're entrusting your kid to go there. Like you said, you're learning. Not that, some of the knowledge is maybe here nor there, but, you're going and these kids are supposed to
Well, that's
go.
what I meant by getting involved, because what type of knowledge are they instilling in your kid?
Right.
You better be involved.
Right. But, that a group of teenagers like this, you see all of them. What are they all doing? Where are they all at? And if it was across the street, bro, we're not saying they were 2 blocks down.
Right.
These are high schoolers across the street. What are they doing over there? Why is nobody where are all these kids going from, right? Like you have to have some sort of an attention to detail with this sort of. You have a group of 15 in
And
the
then
photo.
you
Not to
saw how
mention
many
that
other kids
were
all around
around.
them?
There's got to be at least 20, 30 kids.
Yeah.
You can see that from a distance.
That's a small little mob.
You telling me you couldn't see a group of kids that just walked off of the school? Hey, where are you guys going?
A whole ass, like a small little mob. Where are you going?
Right. Hey, where's everybody going? Where's everybody going? You know what I mean? Like, you can't. You telling me you just didn't notice? Like, yes, there are probably hundreds of kids there. But if this happened at some time after school, letting schools out, I'm not telling them how to do their job, but there's got to do something better than this. And again, it's not just on the school.
Yeah.
There needs to be a lot of people held accountable for this, and seriously held accountable. But it starts with the individuals who did this.
Of course.
They are at most at no mercy to anything that should happen. Jail, however much, manslaughter, whatever it would come to be.
And get that shit out of your head that this whole narrative of race, this isn't about race.
It's about people.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of people trying to make this a race thing.
Always. And that's
I'm
what
sick
it
of
boils down to. And it's so annoying because the moment you want to say, no, all those kids need to, you're a racist.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
You're a
It's
bigot.
not.
You're a racist.
It's not even close to being that. It's just people doing heinous things to other individuals should never be let off. I don't care who you are, what you look like, or how you do it. If you did it, that's it. Especially when there's fucking video footage of it happening. Every single one of them.
Why it's I don't understand. Like, this is someone lost their life.
Yeah.
Someone lost their life. I
But-
don't know how that can be taken lightly or not even being taken into consideration, clearly.
But then they would, people would rather. I'm pretty sure some real bullshit narratives came out, the last couple of days. Do we know when this happened? Like, how recently? A week? Oh, we posted November
1st.
Oh, it happened November 1st?
Yeah, November 1st, 2023.
Okay.
We got November 20th over there.
That's the
What's that?
article. If you play the clip.
Oh, from when the news anchors were saying what day it was?
No, when they played the clip of the actual beatdown.
That was
November 1st.
November 1st. Okay. Yeah. All right.
20 days that this could have been put on the news,
Yeah.
and it wasn't. But there's things that happen overnight, mainstream.
Of
Boom,
course.
boom, just like that. 20 days and no one has said anything.
Same thing. This also, honestly, this reminds me of like kind of the same thing as the old man, old white male. Let's be clear here. Old white male that stabbed that 6-year-old Palestinian boy to death and his mom,
Who was in critical condition.
who was in critical condition. Which honestly, I don't know if she made it. To be honest with you, but. Where did the media attention for that go? None. No media attention for that. And this is the same. This is infuriating.
Like, I
Anyways,
guess, like in all reality, they
Yeah.
can't, with the amount of heinous things that go on, it is impossible to cover every single bit.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be a morbid morale if we did. Not saying that it doesn't need coverage, but more or less, whether there's coverage or not, justice needs to be served.
Right.
At the end of the day, I could give two shits if it was on the media, really.
Right.
I want justice. But when it's not in front of everyone's eyes, nothing happens.
Agreed.
And that's the horrible cycle we got going on. Because if you don't see it, it never happened.
Yeah.
Because now you got everyone else saying, no, free these kids, and the parents now mourning over a lost child who are going to have to try and fight for justice.
Just to clarify, the
What's up,
Palestinian kid
Mhm.
and the white dude who did the stabbing,
Mhm.
that one got media coverage.
Barely. I know.
No, it got media coverage because he was white doing the attacking, right? And then the inverse, when the black students attacked the white kid.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't get as much. It didn't get any.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, this didn't get any because it clearly is being shelved, right? And the
Yeah, when
other
we did
one,
a Google search,
yeah, we didn't find anything
only
on
this
it.
thing came up with
Yeah.
Crowder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
only Crowder's video came up, and then you had like some Reddit posts.
Yeah.
Literally, I think it was like one page on Google. One single page.
And none of them were mainstream or
One was like Maryland News did one.
That was trying to spin it.
Yes, that was trying to spin it and to let the kids go from whatever juvenile holding they're in.
Yeah.
After the child died, which I don't even think that was in there. I think it was after an
I don't think so.
altercation or whatever. They use these stupid words.
Oh, they were in a fight.
Right. A physical altercation.
Yeah.
No, a kid died.
No, it was more like 15 kids
Murdered.
murdered another kid, one kid. 15 kids jumped and murdered one kid.
And it's just like, I don't understand how a parent could turn around and just be like, no, my son needs to be let free. No, your son needs to rot in jail.
Yeah.
Could you imagine, like, it's already hard fighting two people, right?
Yeah,
Right.
imagine 15. Like,
2-on-1. But yeah.
That's already difficult, right? Even if you knew how to fight, right? If you even have some degree of like self-defense knowledge, two people is still two people, right? And then, but 15?
That's insane. You just can't. You don't have enough reaction. You don't have enough. There's nothing he could have done. In trying to run would have been his best option. But then, like,
No, he was cornered. What do you mean? He was
Right,
They
I'm
had
saying
him
that-
from every corner. They had him surrounded.
Right. Same.
Guys, he's not outrunning the black kids.
He's not. He's definitely not. He was at a disadvantage on that one too.
You can't deny.
And we're moving on. All right, what's on the? What do we got here? What's our last topic here? What's our last headline? What do we find?
Transgender
this?
activist has a meltdown after she gets confronted in public.
What the hell is this? Play that, Kev.
Why do you have a
Leave now?
Why do you have a problem with what I'm saying?
Go home.
I need to preach the word of God out here.
Home.
I need to reach people out here.
Home, you asshole.
Well, why don't you explain to me why what I'm doing is wrong?
Go the fuck home.
No, I'm gonna preach.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
No, you're not.
Led by the Holy
What's your
Spirit.
fucking word? This is the neighborhood, and you are not welcome.
That's why I need to be here. You need Jesus, man.
Oh, so it's just
He can save you. You need a new heart from God so that you love what God loves, so that you hate what God hates.
Oh,
Start it.
You're being completely ridiculous. I mean, it's because you don't love God. It's from death.
Everybody's life a hell of a lot more miserable.
Why is that the reaction? Why is that always the first reaction from some of the more extremists of like trans community? I got nothing wrong with anybody from any community, you know. You know the worst part? The worst part is we have to say that, right? You can't just say something. I mean, it's like you can't. Well, in reality, look, I don't give a shit if people don't like me, but like I don't want someone to have the wrong idea about me, right? Like I guess if someone speaks on me, I want them to come correct.
right.
And truth be told, I don't care who you are, what you do, but if you act like this, you're a jackass in my book.
Of course.
Any day of the week, right? But the problem is a lot of people from the trans community, that's their reaction. Why? Why do you have to scream? I saw another video where a lady was at a hearing. I don't know if it was like a school board meeting or something. Crazy hair, you know, the whole gay biker club ripped jean jacket, and screams into the mic for 30 seconds. I'm like, I don't understand. After that 30 seconds, we're going to ask you to leave, and then we're going to move on. Now, this lady is pissed this guy's, you know, on the corner street at, okay, so the guy went into the pot of water, right? So you already know. Going into a gay neighborhood, preaching, saying that you're
Gayborhood.
excuse me, you're going to walk up in the neighborhood and you are going to then try and preach the word of God, saying that, you know, they're wrong in their way. He jumped into the pot, but she definitely lit the fire.
Okay, but this,
I think she's more in the wrong, honestly. You know what I mean?
yeah, because here's the thing. This falls under that First Amendment thing, right?
Yeah, of course. And I mean, you know,
If you
people of
are
other communities
not-
like to use it.
Yeah, if you're not free to speak
On a public sidewalk.
on a public sidewalk where
Right.
you know there's no barriers, but people have issues like this.
Right.
Then
But imagine
now-
you flip that.
Oh yeah,
Holy smokes.
you're in my
You're a
book,
horrible
bro,
person.
this is clearly an infringement on that man's First Amendment, his free speech. And if we have ridiculous people acting ridiculous like this, that's a problem.
It's a huge problem. And the worst part is, like, you know, there are a lot of LGBTQ rallies.
Well, I think
That-
you're missing some more, but
Is it
we're good. We'll stop there. Yeah. Well, there's more, but go ahead.
Q plus?
There's more.
Holy
apparently.
crap. Well,
Yeah,
I
don't-
can't remember all of them.
Oh, there's more, bro. It's just like and there's like a you or something like that or so. There's more. There's more. I'm telling you, they're starting to add like signs and exclamations and
wingdings.
underscores and
Just put wingdings. Look, I get it.
Emojis.
Whatever. Hey, whatever they want to do. He's over here counting. Starts taking his shoes off, counting the toes. It's more than 7 now, I guess.
yeah. And anyways.
Well,
go
like,
ahead, buddy.
so, like I'm saying, is if they want to have a rally or a protest, you know, for rights and things like that. Like they have every right to exist and be married. Do if they want to be miserable like the rest of married people, more power to them.
But you know what?
But they can't do this.
No.
This is the problem. This is where the progression of your community making a forward movement and people wanting to be more, one, accepting, two, respectful. When you have people like this, and it goes with every community, races, religion, sexual agendas, everything, right? Now, it only takes a couple of bad apples to ruin the bunch. And she's one of the bad apples.
Well, clearly isn't.
And,
here's my stance on it.
Real quick. Don't get me wrong. You mentioned rallies. I don't care.
Right.
Have your rallies. That's fine with me. But you know where I do have problems? When your rallies include chants of, we want your kids. We're coming for your kids. We want your kids.
I mean,
When you're
rallies
chanting-
on them personal, right? Personal goals other than, that just affects themselves.
Yeah.
Not taking the kids and wanting to, brainwash them or,
That's when I have problems.
So, in my opinion, she has just as much right to scream on the public sidewalk, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
My issue is that the guy was trying to have a conversation with her,
Like
just
a
to have
normal human
civil,
being.
just to have a civil conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
You explain your views, I explain my views.
Exactly.
Agree to disagree or agree, whatever the outcome is. And then, like you were saying, because of her behavior, now she's making everyone else look bad.
Right.
To the community that she's
And then she
maybe
claims the
representing.
neighborhood,
Yeah.
which I think it's a place in San Francisco, I think.
I don't
That
know,
looks
to
like
be honest with you.
um,
But
Seattle.
Yeah,
to be
somewhere,
honest-
somewhere there.
the I don't have, like you said, she is making people look bad. And let's be clear, not every LGBTQ member plus whatever else the letters afterwards, not every single one of them are like this.
Not at
all
all.
of them
There's
are
a group
bad.
called
and this
Gays Against Grooming.
there, because gays are, to be honest with you, because there's a lot of gay people who don't agree with what the hell the trans community is doing because it
Yeah, they're war.
there's a lot of
shit.
yeah, bro. No, there's a lot of gay people that just want to be gay and left alone. Period.
100%.
And you know what? That's fine by me. And a lot of those gay people, you can actually have a proper conversation with them.
My sister's gay. I've had many conversations. She was like, yo, I hate people like this.
Yeah. And you know what this reminds me? You know what this solidifies or makes it clear for me? That you can't have open discourse with these type of people. What is happening? Like, if you can't have a civil conversation, that means open discourse is dying.
Yeah.
Amongst humans.
You can't, you don't like my view? I scream.
Yeah.
Why?
Like,
Yeah, no, so like I said, my sister's gay.
open debate, open discourse, proper civil communication with one another is dying out, bro.
Yeah. I've had many conversations with my sister about it, and like she came out many years ago, and everyone was really accepting. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
She's the same woman I knew, and like I'll talk to her about like other events and stuff.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't give a shit about that. I just want to be left alone. Like I don't. She's proud
yeah.
of who she is and what she does, and she does not hide it. She does not like overly promote it, but like
You missed it.
I just caught it out the my eye.
You missed it, buddy. But that's just Kev being Kev.
Nobody sees it but us.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
like I've talked to her about it. Oh yeah. But she does not enjoy
Glad we have you, buddy.
overly
Glad we have you.
flamboyant people
Yeah.
who are like way too extra. My sister doesn't have patience for that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like her patience is very thin some days, and dude, people are like too relaxed. She'd be like, "Yo, shut the f up,"
Because that's not how girls act.
right,
Bro.
Well, I mean, even that, it's like one way or the other. But it's just like, just do what you want to do. You know what I mean? Like, there's people who do things because they want to, and there's people who do things because they want you to know. She's the kind of woman that wants you to know what she does, not she's going to do it because she wants to.
Let's be clear. You're talking about this person.
They, them.
Yeah, not your sister.
Correct. My sister does things on her own. She's a real G. She moves in silent, like lasagna.
Alrighty.
Lil Wayne.
I like lasagna. Lasagna's good, bro.
Lasagna is pretty good.
Yeah.
I've had some.
I'm a sucker for Italian food.
You ever had breakfast lasagna?
I love Olive Garden.
What?
Oh, you mean the
I love Olive Garden.
you know, he means the number one authentic Italian place.
Italian.
Oh, authentic. Yeah. I know a guy that would enjoy that. I like the breadsticks, though, really good.
Who were you talking about? A certain individual with an M?
No.
No?
With an E.
With an E?
Kind of like an
Oh,
Napoleon
wow.
soup.
Okay.
Yeah. Very
Okay.
much. You say anything authentic and it's not right. Well, you get the actually.
Actually, well, let me tell you. It goes like this, okay? You don't know the facts. Let me tell you what it really is.
Yeah. I hate people like that. Jeez Louise. She's probably one of them.
Well,
I'm putting a new category of they, thems. It's people.
she can't even have a conversation. She just wants to yell, so.
Olive Garden's pretty.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Where did you want to eat then?
Like, you can't even get a I'm sorry out because even that's offending.
I wonder how long it took her to get those glasses. She's at the optometrist. Number one, I don't. Which one's better? You're not going to tell me which one's better. Can we just get through this? We've been here for 3 hours. It's 1 or 2. There can be more than 2. Son of a bitch. You just see him pull out a whiskey glass.
A little extra today.
Why can't there be 3? All right. 1, 2, push back to 3. 3's fine. Fuck shit. Got to work the system these days.
Oh.
Pretty much what we're saying is, we're hell in a handbasket these days, folks.
Yeah. We need people to wake up to reality a little bit, to be honest. I feel like, and I honestly think like there's a lot of people who are waking up.
Slowly.
Yeah, it's slow, but
you can see that
but there
wave
are.
starting to come about.
There's a lot more common sense coming back around.
Yeah.
And I felt like that's what that's what we had lost for a while. For a good
And you
long
notice
while.
feels like tension is going up as common sense starts to grow.
Right.
Like, I'm not no conspiracist, but if the powers that be would want you to be dumb, feels like things need to get to a high point to get everybody together to drop us back off. It may not make sense to a lot of people, but I think a good thing, people leave everybody else alone, right?
What is it?
I think if all of the stories that we learned today, other than the first one was just brain damage, but the last 2, if you just left people alone, wow, how different would that have been, right? If 15 kids would have just left somebody alone.
And not rob him.
Wow. If this lady would have just saw it and kept moving, wow, how different would that be? If you just left people alone. But people just, they gotta be picky. They gotta be nosy. I was taught mind your business and keep it moving.
I was taught the same thing, buddy.
And in some
Mind your
places,
business.
that is the best knowledge you can get.
Mind your business.
And keep
it moving.
That's it.
Now, in some cases, minding your own business and keeping it moving is not the right thing to do.
Great. You get
like that.
Common sense comes in,
Yeah,
right?
like
With
that.
like those kids.
With those kids.
If you just saw it and kept it moving, well, maybe you could have helped, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he'd still be here.
Yep.
So it comes into effect of common sense and being a little bit aware of your surroundings. But and nowadays it's this.
Yeah.
And that's what we get. You know what I'm saying? People could be walking by a robbery, not even TikTok. Yeah.
It's concerning. Yeah. How glued people are to their phones, to
and
their
not their
apps.
surroundings.
Yeah.
Whether you use your phone, being a little bit more aware of your surroundings and knowing if someone's coming to, ass. Better,
Oh, we're gonna have to make some adjustments to this video.
Hey, look, as I tell everybody, if you don't try
Mind your business, move on.
Right. Sometimes you have to just make light of situations. Now, the other situation we didn't really make light of that, but you got to find. Okay, there's no silver lining to that. To the
15 kids being
15 kids. There's no silver lining to that.
There's no silver lining to that. There is no us making light of it, nor did we. That is a serious matter, and people should take that seriously. Period.
Yeah, but sometimes you got to find humor somewhere and make some kind of a joke. Like this lady, they're joking about it all day.
Oh yeah,
you have to. My uncle told me this, and he was like, "If I'm not laughing, I'm crying."
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that's just the reality sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You gotta laugh either at yourself or make little jokes about other people.
There was a recent study done about laughing that the person that laughs more or laughs often lives longer.
Dude, depression will kill you quick.
Of course. Yeah, and obviously, if people didn't know by now, but depression is one of the biggest factors of people deteriorating their health.
Oh, yeah. I could see that. So pretty much what we're trying to tell you. Laugh more and mind your business.
Yeah.
I think we're running out of time, though.
Yeah.
We did cover what we wanted to today, so that was pretty good. We did good. We did better than most times.
What we got quotes of the day?
Quotes of the day. Oh, my gosh. My man is on it today. Already.
I didn't forget, buddy. I didn't forget.
All right. Who wants to go first?
Kev, go first.
Kev.
A woman is like a tea bag. You can't tell how strong she is until you put her in hot water. Eleanor Roosevelt.
I was almost going a couple of routes with that one.
Yeah. When it started, yeah.
You see how I kind of started a bit because I thought it was gonna.
Yeah,
I thought it was going a different direction.
Yeah, you thought the same thing as we were thinking. Okay.
Somebody else just butched that one. You don't know a tea bag until you woman hot water. What the hell?
You don't know what hot water is until you teabag a woman? What?
Say it ain't so.
Eleanor.
Oh my God.
Goodness.
We ain't had a president like that in a long goddamn time.
What's next? You're going to show your ankles?
Great heavens.
Jafar, did you see the ankles on that one? You naughty dog. You saw the ankles?
You wanna go ahead and read the...
All right. Yeah. What do I have? Difficulties are things that show a person what they are. Epictetus.
Who?
Dog, I saw this earlier.
Who said
I
that?
saw this earlier. I had to read it 3 times to make sure that that's what it said. That's what this person's name was. Epictetus. You can read it yourself, buddy. I'm not making this up.
That's a wizard. That's a sorcerer spell. Epictetus.
Epic titties? Is that what you just said?
So it's epic, Tetus. Epictetus?
Epictetus. Epictetus.
Is it
No,
Greek?
it's not I. There's no I. There's an E. So Epictetus.
Oh, Epictetus.
Yeah.
Epictetus.
Is that like Egyptian?
I think it might be Greek.
Greek? Egyptian?
Epictetus.
Oh my God.
One of my good friends is gonna appreciate that.
Oh shit! I was trying.
She's a big Harry Potter fan.
Epictetus.
Epictetus.
You about to have the Elder Wand too.
Oh, I am.
Shit.
Yeah, my brother and the good friend of mine that I mentioned
Better start
went
floating.
they went to Disneyland and I didn't know, but they got me a
Elder Wand.
They got me a wand and it's the Elder Wand. They thought it was fitting because I guess I'm more mature of the group of us friends and my brothers.
Oh,
or
so
whatever.
you got the Elder. Is that the one
I
like
guess.
Dumbledore would have or something?
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's the
that's
one.
powerful.
Yeah. So
That's crazy.
yeah, Epictetus.
Epictetus.
What's yours, bud?
All right. Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap,
Did you get that?
but by the seeds you plant. Robert Louis Stevenson.
One more time.
I like that. That's deep.
One more time.
Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds you plant. Robert Louis Stevenson.
Oh yeah, you know this man sits there. He's probably written like
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
a lot of books. Let's just say that.
You know, that works with a lot of things. Even us, with like when we think of like, you know, what we do here, trying to cultivate this, you know, and we'll put it out. We'll put episodes or little clips out, and we're trying to, you know, just give our 2 cents about something, and where it's sometimes it's, you know, you see, oh, a couple of views. Oh yeah, cool. People are liking it.
Yeah, and I mean the whole goal here is like, you know, just spread some wisdom if we have some, you know.
Yeah, if someone
And,
enjoys it, maybe to be like
spread some laugh, because we do a lot of that, you know.
got to. You
And
have to.
I get enjoyment out of people watching and laughing at some jokes that we might say. Like if I made a few people, if Ant definitely has made a few people laugh, that's all. That's enough for me, to be honest with you. But if
this brings enjoyment to anybody in any form, or even like you said, knowledge, maybe open the eyes of somebody. And it's not saying we have all the answers, or we know everything there is to know. We could be wrong on some of these things.
We're not experts on every matter. We're not, and we're not experts on honestly any matter. But
we're just giving an opinion on what we see.
We're giving our thoughts and opinion, unbiased. We'll see how people take it.
Some of it's slightly biased, but I mean, it's just from experience, and I guess we're explaining the world as we see it.
Exactly.
And we're open to feedback.
So share the show. Leave some comments. It really helps us to make our content better for you guys. And subscribe. It will help us to, I mean, if you're enjoying this content that we're producing, your subscription, your comments, your likes, sharing the show will help us to push this content out more for you guys to see it more. Because, I mean, if you're not doing any of that, you won't get to laugh at Ant's jokes that he makes all the time. So if you like what you're seeing, if you get any value from this content, I would share, like, and do all that. And go over to Spotify and leave us a comment on our Spotify and check us out over there as well.
All of our links are going to be down below. So you can find us on any kind of social media that we got. Find us there. Links are all going to be down below.
Yep. And with that being said,
we'll see you guys next time on The Crude Project.
See you guys.